guys are not taught to do this banking, to do your banking this way. Again, run your household like a business, but run it like a good business that knows velocity banking, all right? So the concept is putting your income into a line of credit, not your checking account, but a line of credit, okay? And run all of your expenses out of that line of credit. Now, you're sitting there saying, that sounds ludicrous. Who would do that? Who would get themselves into more debt just to try to, live every single day? That just makes zero sense, right? Well, one would think that, wouldn't they? Okay, until they learn how to do this strategy. Because here's your why, right? Why would you do that? Well, why? Because number one, you drop your balance immediately and you pay less interest when you put your income into a line of credit, all right? And so two, you free up cash flow by consolidating your payments, right? Okay, that makes sense though, right? Everybody knows that if you go out there and you get a consolidation loan of any kind, you're taking all of these payments that you had, right? You're rolling them up into a tight little ball and you're putting them into a package with a nice tight little bow, and then you have one payment that overall is less. So that does make sense, right? That makes sense to a lot of people. But if you're doing that and then turning it into a loan, you're still not going to come out as far ahead as you would with velocity banking. You're just not, okay? So then three, when you put more income into a line of credit, the payment is then satisfied, okay? And once the payment is satisfied, all of your required payment then goes to work for you. So you no longer owe that payment. This is a really hard one for people to wrap their head around, and I get it. But think about it this way, all right? So the meaning is, it is now, this payment becomes cash flow to you and it goes back in and works your balance down, okay? So what I want to show you then is I'm going to reverse engineer, in a way, velocity banking. And we're just going to work with the numbers first, and then we're going to go and show what the scenario is, okay? Because I want to really simplify it and make it very easy for you to understand, all right?